What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here, coming at you today with my Endymion Dogmatika Shaddoll combo video. So guys, I'm posting this video based off a picture I recently sent to the Endymion Facebook group based on a combo I did testing this new idea I had. It was actually a really bad hand, but surprisingly I pulled off the combo anyway, so I figured I might as well showcase how I did it. I'm actually at the time of recording, guys, I'm doing this pre-deck profile simply on the reason I just wanted to get the profile. I wanted to get the combo done while I still remembered how I did it. And for those questioning, Webbers, why did you decide to combine Dogmatika and Shaddoll with Endymion? Here's my logic to it. Winda's a spellcaster. Selene brings back spellcasters. Need I say more? It's a little too tempting not to abuse. So yeah, that's pretty much why I came up with it. And guys, before I get into the combo, I want to do my shoutouts as always. I feel like some of these I did in my last video, but I've kind of lost track because I forgot to delete them off my phone. So shoutouts to, again, apologies if I scrub up the names, but let's go. Debujos, Jermaine De La Cruz, Joab Santos, Tom LaRue, Freeman G, Yugioh, and Scrappy Doo. Thanks so much for upping up my channel, guys. Now, without further ado, let's get into this combo. Okay, guys, so how I pulled off this combo with an extremely scruff hand. Scruff hand was 2 copies of Mighty Master, which is not ideal. 1 Spellbook of Secrets, semi-helpful. Magician's Souls, which is pretty crucial. And a Spellpower Mastery, which is also quite crucial. So the only good stuff I started out with these were kind of average, but I found a way to make it work for me. And here's how I did it. My deck's in complete order of everything that I searched and drew in that order, so I'll just get straight into how I did it. So first things first, Spellpower Mastery to get Servant. Then activate Servant. Then Spellbook of Secrets to get Blue Boy. Put 1 counter on Servant. Guys, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to be using numbers to represent my spell counters. I understand now in tournament play you have to use individual dice, which I do in tournaments, but for the purposes of this combo I'm just trying to get to the point. Then I normal Blue Boy, effect, to grab Knowledge. Then I play Knowledge. Send Blue Boy to draw 2. And the cards I drew into were the Master Cerberus and the Nadir Servant, which was useful because I didn't really have any more spells to use. That situation I was thinking a bit stuck. I knew I could put an Endymion into scale to go off the Servant, but then that kind of makes them Cerberus useless. But in this situation, Cerberus was perfect, so I just went Cerberus and scale. Pump Servant to 3. Then Servant's effect, remove her 3. Summon herself, and Jackal King, so I've got the monster negate. Then next, resolve Cerberus, pop itself. I was very tempted to get Garuda to have the interruption on my opponent's turn, but considering I know how my board usually goes, of what I was aiming for, I didn't think I would have the space for it, and frankly, I thought Garuda would be overkill, so I actually opted to search Mythical Beast Basilisk just to try and up my hand a bit since it wasn't amazing. From there, Basilisk. Then Basilisk, shuffle back to Cerberus. And drew 1 card. Which drew me into a restage, which was another good card, which was essentially another really good card I needed at the time. Then next, went for my Magician's Souls. Because I had the Nadir Servant in my hand, I didn't have to send my usual target of Maximus, which gave me the option of something else, so I just opted to send my Reflection, which gives me another disruption to summon the souls. Then activated activated the restage. Link off souls into Artemis. Restage effect to bring back the souls. Souls sending the restage to draw 1. My draw was another Magician Souls, which isn't great. Then restages effect grabs me the right hand. Then activate them. Then for what I was planning next, activate the right hand. Put 2 counters on Jackal King. Then scale Mighty Master. Just pumped this to 9. Then Mighty Master moving 6 counters, summon itself. And then because he has to pop something, I decided to pop the Servant for 1 spell counter, and then Servant scaled itself, keeping its counters. Then linked Artemis and Souls into Crowley, because I needed extenders at this point. Then scaled the Mighty Master. Pendulum summon back the Basilisk. From there, link off into Selene. Then Selene to gain 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 spell counters. Then her effect, removing 4. No, wait, 3. Sorry, dropping her to 4. Summon back a spellcaster. And souls. From there, guys, I had a somewhat decent board already, but since I had the Nadir Servant option to do into my Dogmatika combo, part of which makes it really good is if I've got IP Masquerader on the field. I didn't really want to get rid of the Mighty Master because of his spell negate, but since I had the right hand, which is already a spell negate, linked off using Mighty Master and Souls into the Masquerader. Then from there, activating the Nadir Servant, sending App Cologne to add Maximus to my hand. Then effective App Cologne to rotate for a Shaddoll card, then discard a card from my hand. So I chose to add Schism, then I immediately discarded the Schism. For those questioning, Webbers, why on earth did you just search the Schism and get rid of it immediately? You're about to find out. I mean, yes, I could have just discarded Skulls and kept the Schism, but for the way I'm playing the combo, by getting rid of the Schism, and for how I've arranged my extra deck, I can do this in a way that I'm not losing any card advantage. So after I send the Schism, I do my Maximus, and I banish the Artemis. Summon it out. Then Maximus's effect, and you'll now see the reason of why I've discarded the Schism. So I send Titanic, and I send Construct, and my opponent sends 2 of theirs. Construct effect, if she's sent to grave, I can target a Shaddoll spell trap in the graveyard's hand. Just says sent to grave, doesn't matter how. So add back to Schism, and then set the Schism during end phase. Titanic's effect. Special summon Ecclesia, then Ecclesia's effect to add Fleur-de-Lis. And so that's basically, and then guys, that's essentially the combo. So from there, guys, you've got you have a monster effect negate, you have a spell negate, two direct monster effect negates, a spell negate. You've got Selene with the option of reflection, so I can bounce a card. I've got the Masquerader, which can go into something else. And then I've also got the Schism, which can go into a Winda. And guys, the other good thing I like about this combo is with the essential parts of the engine of the Fleur-de-Lis, Schism, and Masquerena, if you do your chain link correctly, you can do all three of them at once. You can do all three of them at once and really screw over your opponent. But to do that right, you have to go chain link one. You can go chain link one Schism to in the main phase, chain link one Schism to fusion summon. Chain link 2 Masquerena to tag itself to link summon on your opponent's turn, and then chain link 3 Fleur-de-Lis, summon itself and negate something. But yeah, and then you've essentially got all three of them as a disruption in your opponent's turn, which is pretty insane. But it has to be done in that specific order, otherwise you're not going to have space. Because from there I can go, so chain link 3 Fleur-de-Lis, special summon, negate monster's effect, chain link 2 Masquerena, link off herself, and all of these. And if I wanted to, just depending on the situation, if I wanted to use one of them, I can either go a 4 negate Appaloosa, or if my opponent's got multiple monsters on the field, or I'm worried about them doing something like special summon from the grave, I might go into an Underworld. I could do an Underworld Goddess. An Underworld Goddess using one of my opponent's monsters as well, if I felt like it, which you usually do. And then Schism, banishing the construct, at Cologne, and dropping Winda. And then you've got a really solid disruption on your opponent's turn. And if for any reason the Winda goes, you've got Celine that can bring her back. The Schism may be a dead card, but because you've got other Magician Souls in your deck, just summon out the souls, ditch the Schism, get a draw. So yeah, pretty insane of what you can do with this. Okay guys, so that was the combo. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. And additionally, like I said guys, I did that combo off a really scruff hand. If you guys want me to do a follow-up with, say, an actual decent hand, I'm happy to do that as well. But just again, leave a comment below if you'd like to see that. I will be posting the profile of this a bit later, and I will leave the link in the description and at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you next time.